Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Wherever you are in this great big world of ours, um, welcome to another installment of a sub um, of chasing the dreaming of the subset um, Sir Sam's Twilight journal for Tuesday, August 4th. We open this entry with Sam sitting at his table in his cabin after the day's events. Tuesday, August 4th, um, 2014. Spoke with Busy today. Confided in her of my perceptions of what is going on um, with myself in this blasted cold that I'm feeling. I She seems slightly fatalistic. Um, that I might be fading. I cannot say for certain whether I am or I'm not, but the fact remains something is happening, and I feel more and more tired as the days pass. I must then consider if my suspicions are correct and I must sleep at the very least for a time. I must consider what is best to be done with my lord Lex. Lex is a good lad. He will make a fine squire someday. Um, if the gods and the dreaming be good, he will make an excellent squire for me one day. But I cannot say this for certain. The only thing that I can proffer is to beseech one of my friends to take him on, at the very least temporarily, in my stead, should I sleep the sleep of the Bifrost, at least until I can wake up again, whenever that might be. I do not know what may come. I do not know what may indeed befall me or this kingdom. But there are things I would put in right if I must indeed sleep. And I will at least be able to sleep after I put my duties down, at least for the time being. Um, the first matter at hand, Lex. What I need you to do is show this entry to Marshal Romulus. He's a very good friend of mine, and let him decide if he would take you on temporarily as a ward in my absence. There is also Dane Valencia Belmonforte, also of the Red Branch Knights. I will enclose her address. That you might speak with her and show her this journal. And ask her the same question. The next matter I set down is a matter involving a dear friend of mine by the name of Timmy Turner. I would have it known to the marshal and to any that is appropriate. And I share this in the attempt of doing right by him as per the conditions of the Oath of Clasped Hands. But my friend is a genius. He's a true genius, especially of his craft. But as Dizzy has coined this afternoon, he's also an idiot savant. I believe he intends to get himself into trouble involving the issues of Countess assault. I would ask that you, my friend Richard, grant him mercy in this matter, and please take into consideration that he is the equivalent of a brilliant child in a man's body. He has not been able to properly develop, and therefore is unable, I feel, to understand the full gravity of what he does in some cases. He has not had a proper chance to acclimatize and grow up. In the changeling standpoint, he means well, I'm sure, but sometimes in order to do the best service to those we love, we must protect them from themselves as well as any external harm. I'm sorry to lay my burden upon you in this way, my good friend, but you are the only one that I can think of that wouldn't be overdoing things. You are the gent that I trust that you'll do the best you can. Again, I'm sorry. I hope that you might find me and wake me from my sleep. It would be far better to be awoken by a friendly face than some emergency. I do not know how to reach him, my friend. I don't know how to speak with him in a way that he would understand. He he's logical, but his logic is the stuff of La La Land, and I wouldn't prevent him from harming himself irrecoverably. This, at least as his friend, I can do for him. I hope you will agree with me that it will not be a shame that I must reach out for help in order to help another friend. You and I have thought similarly on many lines. I trust you in this, and I love you, and I should hope that it would not be very long until I see you again. I will try and speak to you and Valencia and Estrella before the sleep of the Bifrost takes me. There is one more matter before I close this journal on this night that I would lay to pen. In the matter regarding the Edheen, in the matter regarding the Edheen and the young lord, I would ask mercy. As a knight, I cannot shirk the responsibility of myself and all of those who voted on the day to break the tie. When we voted that these two might be joined by the oath of true hearts, we, in our interest of preserving them and giving them a chance to love and to be together, and to acknowledge the rights of the Athene and so on and so forth, did so without knowledge of their feelings or of, of just how significant the cultural differences were. And because of our hasty action and because of our collective ignorance on the issue, many people were hurt unnecessarily, including the Athene woman. She was hurt too, in an emotional sense. A victim should not die because of a societal misunderstanding. I would suggest that we send an appropriate emissary to speak with the Athene representative and to ascertain their understanding and position on the issue before any judgment be brought forth. I pray that the gods and the dreaming will be merciful. I layeth down my pen, for the night is cold, and my heart is heavy. And as Sam lays down his pen, he takes out the silver phoenix medallion that Dizzy made for him and sets it gently in between the pages of his entry and closes the journal.